So morale has been a bit low at the office recently. So it turns out that not everyone interpreted us taking a short break in the same way that we thought they would.
What do you mean it's nothing? They defiled our show in front of dozens of potential subscribers. Turns out, we weren't getting hate mail after all. It was all just Davis writing up shit to make us feel better.
Well, come on, Dennis. Like, just remember why we decided to take a break in the first place. We wanted to revitalize this show to make it something that people actually might want to watch. And to help us out, we decided to get an intern.
They say you should never do an unpaid internship. Well, I'm the unpaid intern. Oh, you want to know how I got the job? Well, I was interviewed by Dennis, and I think it went well.
So Ez, have you ever used a Sony FS5 before?
No.
Have you ever used any cinema camera before?
I guess if an iPhone camera counts.
Have you ever used a camera that's not an iPhone? I mean, sure, she doesn't know how to use a camera, but she could be a friend. I need a friend.
Why am I helping Davis and Dennis? Well, I've been supporting their filmmaking since high school. Have I watched any of their films? No. But I get this free mug.
It's the Davis and Dennis Show with Davis Fang, Dennis Fang, Esmeralda Parrick, and guests Michelle Morris and Anthony Farrow.
Hello everybody!
Welcome, 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 guys!
Yes, it's great to be back on my favourite weekly show ever.
Well, exactly, well, we won't be back for long because we'll have to take another couple of weeks off because of VidCon and that. Oh look! We've got chocolates! Isn't that amazing? The show's getting better every week.
Oh my God, Dennis, can you just wait a couple of minutes before having your chocolates?
Sorry, I'm hungry.
Anyway, don't we have a great show for you guys this week, spread across 3 nights? Yep, you'll no longer feel alone on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, because our show is just as good as a night out, right? Right, guys?
Yeah. Well, technically, most of our episodes will only be 2 parts, but this week is a special week because we've combined 2 episodes into 1!
Oh my God, Dennis, stop being so annoying. If you were a character from The Office, you would definitely be Dwight.
Fact. Bears can climb faster than they can run.
Thank you, Dennis.
Davis wrote that script.
So let's introduce the guests we will be seeing in this episode. In tomorrow's segment, we will be having the lovely Michelle Morris from
Michelle Morris TV.
Let's give Michelle us a big wave. It seems like she's a bit preoccupied right now.
Either that, or we pre-filmed her a few weeks ago, so.
And on the final part of the episode, we have Captain Fizzman, otherwise known as Anthony Farrow.
Oh my God, just thinking about it is making me fizz with the excitement.
And helping us with all future episodes is Esmeralda Parrick, who is now our camera person / intern. Come here for a sec, Ez. Well, she did that.
She's camera show. Ugh, why are all these people in the studio? There's too many people on Earth. We need another plague. I know, we'll call it the Dennis Plague. In an ideal world, I would have all my fingers on my left hand, so my right hand could be just a fist for punching.
Right, well, before we get to this week's internet news, I would just like to say some words about the general state of the YouTube culture right now. So a number of you in the audience might have heard the controversy between Jeffree Star and Laura Lee. Yes! Where Laura attempted to shade Jeffree for his past problematic behavior.
Ooh.
But ended up having to make an apology video herself when her problematic tweets from her past were uncovered.
Oh, that's karma right there.
Well, after a week since the event, Laura has lost 250,000 subs. And Jeffree has lost how many? Would you guys like to guess?
10,000?
60,000? No, you guys are all wrong because he has actually gained 1 million subs.
Ooh.
So am I going to take a side? No, of course not, because this is the problem with the YouTube culture right now. There is an epidemic on this platform where desperate channels all just wait for the next big star to fall to prey on their carcasses like vultures just so that they can make a video about it and get some views. It's disgusting.
Yeah, just despicable. So on our internet news this week, we have the latest controversy on Tanya Burr's acting career. The failure of Evan Edinger and his fall. And lastly, Dan Howe's scandalous new relationship.
Here's the internet news.
It's the internet news with Davis and Dennis.
First up, we have some Tanya Burr news. Guys, really? That's no way to treat a superior. Let me remind you that earlier this year, Tanya Burr made her acting debut in a play to rapturous reviews. I'm sorry, rapturous? I don't think that's the right word. Time Out described the play as a torturous hour and 45 minutes and described her as out of her league. Anyway, well, riding high on that success. Show some respect, Dennis. Well, she's now making her leading feature film debut in a horror film called Cassettes. Directed by first-time director Marcus Harbin, the feature follows 4 students who move into a haunted apartment. Ooh, and they find a cassette tape revealing some details on a terrible death of the last tenant. Ooh, that does sound like a good mystery. Not really, I mean it's a cassette tape, so naturally it must be Hannah Baker's. So, the greater mystery is where the hell did they find a cassette player in 2018? True, I haven't seen the film, but let's hope critics don't write acting and directing noobs out of their league with flat delivery and oddly stressed sentences crushing their comedy. Oh wait, that's us. Yeah, indeed.
In other news, one of my personal fave YouTubers, Jessie Page, has released some merch, and I'm actually really excited for her. Like, she's teaming up with Hot Topic, and she's...
Hot Topic, eh? Well, no need to ask how her merch would look like, because we already know.
Rude. This is another example why we need more emo representation on YouTube.
Sure. Okay, moving on to another piece of news we missed while we were on break. Joe Sugg is going to be the first YouTuber to be on the reality show Strictly Come Dancing.
Can anything come out of this that's good though? I mean, the last time a YouTuber was on a UK reality show, this happened. And the time before that...
Well, you're not the only one with pessimistic views, Dennis. Kerry from Twitter also wasn't impressed. I try so hard to keep an open mind with who's going on Strictly this year. To me, a YouTuber isn't a celebrity. It takes no skill. It's ridiculous. Talentless? He's in a boy band. Oh wait, that is talentless.
Well, despite being talentless, a professional dancer from Strictly, Robin Windsor, expressed how disappointed he is at all this negativity regarding the 2018 lineup. Chances of us knowing all of them are slim unless we watch every TV show possible in the last 20 years and read every single magazine. There's always going to be someone we don't personally know.
Well, maybe Carrie from earlier is just angry at how she now has to also watch every YouTube video now too, which is good for us. Hello Carrie, our latest subscriber.
Next up, we have a YouTuber who's lost 80,000 subscribers in a single day.
Wow, if we lost that many, we would be on minus 79,000 and...
Okay, who was this YouTuber? Well, nobody cares because they've already unsubscribed.
But to anyone interested, it was Laura Lee, who we talked about earlier. She had the misfortune of her racist past leaking out from some old tweets.
She tweeted the N-word in Paris. What? I thought they couldn't afford to leave Compton. LOL. That tweet got 1 like from another racist, I presume. I don't know who it was, but did he or she also lose 80,000 subscribers? I hope so. They should make that law.
I don't think it works like that. Like, you can't lose something you've never had as in punishment.
I'd be fine losing 80,000 as a punishment. Oh well, anyway, she also tweeted, how do you blindfold a Chinese person? You put floss over their eyes. Okay, that's the last straw. I mean, sure, you can blind a Chinese person by using straws, but a piece of floss doesn't work.
Hey Dennis, could you remove this? I mean, I can't see anymore.
Shit. Anyway, big news. Everyone's favourite YouTube OTP from 2011 is back. Yes, Dan Teasers is a thing again.
In a recent Instagram story, Dan Howe revealed he got his hands on some Australian honeycomb flavoured Maltesers. He was literally quaking with excitement.
What the fuck?
After tasting them, he reveals that they smell like crunchies. But on the inside, they're just like normal Maltesers.
They're just like normal Maltesers.
He concluded that they are weird, but
kinda good.
Exciting.
And our last drama-filled story happened while we were off air. And it's ultra exciting because we ourselves were involved.
I know, we're finally getting involved with YouTube drama. How exciting! So basically, it all started when Alfie Days tweeted a photo of himself celebrating Brighton Pride while sitting on the edge of an AIDS memorial.
So what? He's still supporting gay pride. It wasn't like a malicious tweet or anything.
But you never know these days. Everyone's offended by absolutely everything. So Alfie promptly deleted the tweet. However, things heated up when Evan Edinger came along. Noting the absurdity of the outrage, he tweeted, "Can't wait to call you out for breathing down the road from an asthma museum." Evan's pretty funny.
Yeah, but not so, Kaiser replies. This isn't funny.
Evan retorts, exactly, as someone who has a friend who once had asthma at school, I take this heinous act next to the museum very seriously and demand a personal apology.
Completely missing the sarcasm at Theatre Dodie comes in and screen caps the entire conversation and tweets, "He's not funny, he's rude."
This is where I come in, like a philosopher of reason in a world of confusion and darkness. I retweet Theatre Dodie's screen caps and explain my exasperation of the situation. Honestly, how is this even a controversy? Evan Edinger is using satire to highlight the absurdity of the outrage. Even if you don't find him funny, it's a joke. Unless people aren't seeing the satirical nature of his responses? Question mark, question mark, question mark. See all of them? It shows I'm a man of learning and repute.
I don't think it does, Dennis.
Well, Evan replied to me. He actually replied with 13-year-olds have a hard time seeing satire, which makes them angrier. The irony of them being outraged is at satire of their outrage is not missed by me.
But now this really brings up the question, is Evan Edinger unfunny, rude, and needs to look at his actions? Or are the people on Twitter just too sensitive by being offended by everything?
that they don't agree with? Or maybe are they just too stupid to see satire? Please do chip into this conversation by telling us what you think in the comments below. But in the studio right now, we have our unsuspecting intern, Esmeralda, to tell us what she thinks. So, Esmeralda, our new intern, this is exciting. Okay, I'm sure everyone can't wait to hear your opinion on, do you think 13-year-olds are too sensitive on Twitter these days? Just tell everyone, just there's the camera.
I don't know, I don't use Twitter.
Oh. Wow, thanks Ez, that was insightful. Back to the studio.
And so that was the internet news.
And in tomorrow's part of the episode, we have Michelle Morris TV.
Yeah.
Michelle, how's the show going so far?
It seems like that she's a little bit preoccupied right now.
Sort of like, you know, she's not even here. Amazing.
If you like this part and want to see the next part, make sure you like and subscribe.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.